Hi guys, Arwen here, and for this week's reading I am using the Archangel Gabriel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And I just got them in the mail not too long ago, and I really like the messages on them. They're very nice. Although, mental note there, they are like super cushiony, so I'm not sure how you guys feel about that. But anyway, this is your reading for April 11th through the 17th. Okay, so I pulled 4 cards from the deck, and I'm going to go through them in order. The first one was deserving. You, like all God's children, deserve happiness, health, and love. And there's 2 angels in this picture, and one is reaching out to the other. And what I'm hearing in my mind is I need to read it with the next card at the same time. So the next card is vision board. Create a vision board with images and words that inspire you. And let me just tell you, the next card is the journaling card. Consistently writing about your feelings and activities stirs creative ideas and builds your confidence as a writer. Okay, so we have deserving, we have vision board, and we have drawing. And I'm going to go ahead and do the last one too, and then I'll read them all together. The last one is divine guidance. The ideas you are receiving are heaven-sent answers to your prayers. Okay? So regarding these 4 cards, what I'm hearing in my mind with the deserving card is, I'll make sure that when you create your vision board that you are creating from your heart, right? You're creating what you really, really want. Like, you're not censoring yourself. A lot of times the ego will tell us that we can't have certain things, we can't have them in a certain time period, or we can't reach it. And that's just not true, okay? So any parts of you that feel like you don't deserve, you know, your heart's desire and what you really, really want, don't allow those parts to kind of like shrink your vision or make it less than, or make you feel like you can't attain it, okay? So make sure any parts that feel like they're not deserving don't, you know, have a say in your vision board. Make sure when you create your vision board that you create it from your heart and what you really, really want. And that's really something worth sitting there and thinking about. What is it that you really, really want? Because it probably doesn't look like what society says you should want, and it probably doesn't look like what your sister says that you should want or that she wants. It's completely unique to you, and however you want to create your life or whatever it is that you want to manifest next, you know, it's up to you. Create it the way you want it to be, not the way that you think it should be. Because when you create from your ego the way you think that it like should be, or the way like other people do it, and oh, this is the standard way to do it, the such thing, what happens is that there's not passion involved. And when there's not like that passion and energy involved, if things don't really like manifest in a big bold way, they're kind of like lackluster, and they're like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a different level when you go for what you really want and you manifest from your heart versus when you do what you think you should do and you do it from your head. Okay, those are totally different frequencies. And you know, if you've had a lot of things that didn't work out, it's probably because you were creating from your head, not from your heart. And then what happens is that you're disappointed, and then you're sad because you failed, and then you're like, oh, it didn't work, and then, you know, on and on that goes. So okay, don't do that. Don't allow your ego to self-sabotage you. Any parts of you that don't feel like they're deserving, you know, tell them to go sit in the corner and write out your vision board from your heart, and journal from your heart what it is that you really want. Write down the words, you know, write down pictures. When I'm doing it, I like to draw in pictures and words and kind of create, you know, like this narrative story about what I want. The whole thing is not in words. It's not paragraphs upon paragraphs. I like to do a pictogram for each thing that I want. And you don't need to be a good drawer for this, okay? Simple pictograms work very well. But what I'm really hearing about the divine guidance card, which is the last card, is you know, when you're in your heart space and you're creating from that place, it's all divine guidance, right? Like, it's your higher self, your heart space, it's all coming through with those higher frequencies. So you're creating something on a higher level. And this week's message is create something from that heart space level. Do not create something from your ego. Don't settle. Don't shrink your vision for something you really don't want. Allow yourself to have what you really, really, really want. Get in touch with that. If there's anybody that you think would judge you, including yourself, that's like, oh, you can't have that, so sorry, you know, stop and be like, no, no. And, you know, cut the cords of any judgment or fear or any of that that maybe you have to other people, right? Like maybe you're afraid how your, I don't know, how your sister or your parents or your best friend or whoever is going to view what you're doing. Just cut the cord, let it go. Don't allow them to interfere with your divine expression of yourself and what it is that you're wanting to create. Allow those things to fall away, and just know that if you really allow yourself to create from this heart level, that it will be such a more high vibrational manifestation that you'll magnetize the right people, places, and resources to you, and things will just be very effortless and they'll just work out. So if you receive angel guidance, divine guidance when you're journaling and doing your vision board, allow it to come through unimpeded and embrace it and unfold it into your plans. Okay, so we just had a new moon, so now is the perfect time. And actually this is a fantastic spread, because what's funny is that for the past hour I've been thinking, I really need to sit down and I need to refine what I'm doing in my business and how I'm going to do it. And it's very amusing to me that this spread just reflected that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's reading. Remember, create from your heart and not from your head, and you will be more sparkly. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want a daily card and other fun stuff. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.